to present to you uh, a business for businesses that was introduced to me by Joey, who will be on in a after I'm finished. But what I got out of this program is that this is a marketer's dream, being able to advertise your business and get paid for it. I learned many years ago not to have all your eggs in one basket. If one fails, at least you still have another revenue stream. And nothing builds a business like good advertising. And that's what this business has to offer. You know, if you remember the old scenario of doubling a penny every day, first day you got 1 penny, the second day you got two. By the end of the 30 days, you got over $5 million, if not more. This is a 3x5 matrix that is designed to help build your business, your primary business. Because when you sign up and get registered and you pay your $4 one time out of pocket, that's all it's going to start is $4. And and at the same time, you're going to get other people to come in and join with you. And that's going to do two things. It's going to help people advertise their business, and it's going to help you generate another revenue stream. And while the other people get three people in, it's going to be duplicatable. Here's what happens when you take the 30-day challenge. You you come in with the $4. You get three people in. You're going to earn 12, but you're going to pay $8 to go to phase two. So you net, basically $4. But now you on the phase two level, you're you're uh, you're going to generate $24 in commission, but you're going to pay 16 of that to go to phase three. And it goes on and on. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but just to show you, if everybody can do this just within 10 days, whether it be 15 days or 20 days, but if in a perfect world, if everybody could do this just in 10 days, your total commissions would be 6,000. You pay 4,000 to go to the next level. But if you add all these up, you earn a considerable sum of money. Now, I'm going to let Joey in a few minutes take over and show you how much you can make and what the 30-day challenge is. But this 3x15 matrix is designed to help build your business, while at the same time it's designed to create another revenue stream while you're building your primary business. And for those of you who do not have a primary business, this can be very lucrative to be your primary business. Everyone knows someone who is in network marketing or affiliate business. Now you can show them how they can get their products or services in front of hundreds, if not thousands, of people on a daily business basis. The great thing, it will not cost them a dime. To the contrary, it will generate income for them. So pretty much that is the basic of the business. You don't have to go into a long, drawn out, how, going to make this and this and this, because it's just that simple. The products are banners. Here you create a banner, you put in, excuse me, I got to log back in. Here you create a banner, and you put your URL where the banner is hosted, you put in your website, and here's the credits that you have when you first come in. Right now I'm on the second phase, ready to go to the third. And when I go to the third, I will get more credits. And here is a sample banner. Well, this is not a sample. This is an actual banner of somebody that has joined, and this is their business. So they're constantly, getting exposed to all these businesses. And as the 30-day challenge or 30day to freedom.com grows and get hundreds, if not thousands of people, those banners are going to be shown throughout the websites as people come in. And people, it's just that simple. Okay. So now I'd like to turn this over to Joey to talk to you about his plan for the 30-day challenge. Joey, take it away.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Great presentation, very crystal clear. And I'm just going to share a little bit. First of all, my background, I've been involved in network marketing and sales all my life, over 50 years. I've been in every kind of business you can imagine, hundreds and hundreds of businesses throughout my career. And I have never seen anything like this. Now, I usually say that whenever I come across something new that I get excited about, and I do get pretty excited when I see something that's unusual. But this is something my heart's desire in my entire career has always been to help the little guy, to help somebody that's really desperate to just make a few $100s a month to make their life easier. I've never worked very many high ticket items, and I've never made $1 million and never really tried to. But this is a program here that I love so much because I can't imagine one human being that's ever looking for a way to earn income online to not be able to make income with this program. And not just a little bit of income. Don't let that $4 a one time out of pocket fool you, because what you're going to see here today is mind boggling. $4 is something that absolutely anybody from any country can afford if they want to. I don't recommend ever paying for anybody. It's not a good practice in our industry. So $4 is the total commitment that someone would have to make to start a business that could make them unlimited income with very, very little effort. Now, I have developed a program. Anybody could join this program for $4 with your sponsor, and then you can employ whatever skills you had. I know there's a lot of networkers on the call today, so and I know many of you are professionals, and you have ways of marketing your business. And I welcome you to go ahead and do use whatever skills and experience you've had or you do have to market this program any way you want. I have developed a plan. I've been only doing this for about 4 days, but I've been dreaming it day and night for the past 4 days, 24 hours a day, just thinking of different ways of maximizing how we can make this program work. Now, in any network marketing business, which I'm sure you've all experienced, when you sign people up, sometimes you're going to have people that are really, really excited, and boy, you don't have to tell them anything. They're just going to take it and run with it. And boy, we just love to have those people involved in our business. But unfortunately, the masses, the majority of people, when they join something, they have this mindset that they could just join something and do nothing. Well, this is a program where if you want to make, and what I'm proposing to my people, what we have an opportunity here for people to make $1,000 within 8 days, very, very easily. We have an opportunity here for people to make two or $3,000 within a couple of weeks. But I believe that we have here an opportunity to make $100,000 within 30 days with very, very minimal effort. And I'm going to share what I mean and give an example of how we can do that. Now, I came up with this idea, and this should actually be employed with any program that anybody ever does. That when you sponsor somebody, and I say sponsor, not recruit. When you recruit somebody, you just recruit them and go on to the next person. But when you sponsor somebody, you should have a responsibility to that person to work with them and enable him to be able to make money, especially right up front, right in the beginning. Is the best time to help your people make money, because that's when they're most excited and most apt to be willing to do things. But again, we have this personality, most people that and especially if anybody has a job after a hard day's work, they come home, sit in front of the TV after dinner, and just veg out for the evening. But if we just would utilize the plan that I've come up with, that even though it hasn't actually started yet, I have had several people that started doing it, and the ones that have, it works 100%. Now, I want to bring your attention to the chart here that shows this chart. What it's showing is everybody joining this program for $4 and then just signing up three people. Now, now I don't know about you, but if there's ever been a program, and especially when people understand this after this presentation, if there has ever been a program where you can expect spillover, this should be the one. When you consider that you join a program for $4 and the first person you share it with, you got your $4 back in cash in your account, doesn't go to the company, it comes directly to you, which is another beautiful feature of this program, is the money we receive comes directly from the people in the program. Doesn't go to the company and then we hope or wait when we're going to get it. So that's a beautiful feature. Zero risk. My goodness, if somebody joined and the company went out of business the next day, they lost $4. To me, that's zero risk. And then especially when you bring in one person and you got your $4 back, this program should be attractive to everyone. Nobody could possibly lose money with this program. Now, I'm going to show you my idea, which I believe if we all work as a team, guys, if you guys all commit to doing this as best you can. Now, I know that some people have more commitments than others, but what I'm telling people, especially new people, especially people that aren't working, this is what I'm demanding from them if they want to participate in my program, which includes a lot of activities and resources and helps that you don't get just by joining the program. By joining our group, and that includes everybody on the call today, and everybody that you bring and everyone they bring in, anybody that wants to commit to this plan that I've come up with, I believe there's no one will make less than $100,000 in 30 days. Now, some people may not believe that, but I'm going to show you why and how it could absolutely happen for everybody. Okay, now when you consider, again, you bring in three people for $4, that tells me once we get going and getting into sign up mode, we should be able to sign up 20 people. We should be able to sign up 30 people, not three. And so that's exactly what's going to happen, especially for those that subscribe to my program. We're not only going to have three people each, but many people are going to have many multiples of three. Now, when you sign up three people, you'll only three people. It's a forced 3 by matrix. So if you sign up 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 people, that all spills down below in your matrix and below the people that you brought in and they bring in and they bring in. And some people, and this has already happened. Listen to this, guys, how fast this thing is moving. Some people, as soon as they sign up, boom, they got three people, not even their own, which means the three people they bring in aren't even going to be under you, which doesn't even matter. They're going to go below the three people that already fulfilled your first level and paid you, by the way. Those three people that fell in your first level that you before you had a chance to bring in anybody, all three of those people pay you. And now when you bring in three people and they fall below those three people, they pay those individuals on the second, third, fourth, or fifth level, wherever they fall in. So everybody's going to be bringing in more people. And what that's going to do is just going to make this thing happen much, much faster than what we're seeing even right here. Now, this chart is showing if everybody brings in their 3 people within 24 hours. So this is part one of my plan, of my program, if you want to subscribe to it. And that is that for the first 24 hours after you join, you make yourself available to your sponsor, to me, to the group, to do whatever you're instructed to do within that 24-hour period. And it's simple stuff. I'm not talking about you doing anything that an 8-year-old can't do. But in other words, you're going to devote the first 24 hours of your attention, of whatever discretionary time you're available. And I'm not saying you're going to be with your sponsor for 24 hours. You might only be for an hour, might be for 20 minutes, might be for 2 hours. You might be, want to meet occasionally. 2-3 times during that 24-hour period. And mainly what that is to set up your website, to make sure that you'll be able to receive money. And also you're going to be instructed to do some activities during that 24-hour period, which your sponsor will basically be doing for you. But basically you'll be getting people on the phone, and you'll be instructed on how to do that with 1 or 2 sentences. And so within that 24-hour period, and this has already been proven to happen on numerous occasions just within our group, this is already happening, is that the people are getting their 3, some within an hour, some the next day. Some it might take 2 days. It's no big deal if it doesn't happen in 24 hours. But I suspect that if people pay attention and follow their instructions of their sponsor and the group here, that within 24 hours, nobody will have less than 3. Now, what does that tell you, guys? If we could do something to make this program function in a way where whenever a person signs up, within 24 hours, they got their 3. If we could create a mechanism or an activity or a group function where we could make that happen, where every person that joins from us and everybody below us, we could make sure that they have 3 people within 24 hours. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how fast we can get to $100,000 in 30 days or less? Now, one of the things that I asked before, I didn't ask today, is I've asked, I don't know how many of my associates and everybody that's in the program now, I've asked them if they're doing any kind of activity right now, any kind of business that they feel confident can make them $100,000 within 30 days with very little effort and with almost no money. Are you involved in anything right now that you feel that you could afford you that if you just put on blinders and just did that one business? Well, you know what, guys? I haven't talked to one single person that told me, well, you know what, Joey, actually, I am doing a program. And I think if I just really focused on that one thing, I could make $100,000 in 30 days with very little effort. Nobody has told me they can, or think they can, or even come close. And I'm going to show you here why every single one of us can. Look at this, guys. Scroll down a little bit, Chris. Look at these progressions now. Oh, wait, scroll that up again. I don't want anybody to see this. Scroll that up, Chris. I want to ask everybody a question. Speaking of that penny doubled, what would you guys rather have? $10,000 cash put in your hand for 15 days, or $4 one day, $8 the next, $16 the next. In other words, $4 doubled for 15 days, or $10,000 cash every day for 15 days. Which would you rather have? Show them, Chris, what they get for $10,000 a day for 15 days. It's $150,000. $4 doubled for 15 days is $262,000. Now, if you'll notice on the 14th day, again, this is based on, if you're looking at this chart, guys, this is just simple math. Nobody's going to drop out of this program when they receive $16,000. Nobody that has come that far is going to stop receiving $32,000. Nobody's going to not send that individual that sponsored you. Nobody's going to hesitate sending them $65,000 when they just received 98,000, knowing that they're going to be receiving 65,000 from 3 people, as they have been every day for the past 2 weeks. So nobody's ever going to drop out, but if anybody ever does, that position will be open to whoever wants to buy it. And I will be the first in line. So anybody that ever gets to a level where they want to drop out, take your 16,000 or 32,000 and run, let me know, and I will pay that 65,000 to those 3 individuals that are still in the program. This is insane, guys. This chart shows what these numbers are, and the numbers don't lie. And this is based on nobody bringing in 1 single person more than 3. Now, the other thing, Chris mentioned something about a perfect world. Yeah, we've seen in network marketing, we've heard so many stories, we've heard so many different presentations. And, all we got to do is bring in 2, and they bring in 2, and they bring in 2. And like Chris says, in a perfect world, which that never happens, does it, guys? And you know why it doesn't? Because we don't have a plan or a program to make it happen. It's never going to just happen. We have to make it happen. And so part 2 of my commitment of everybody that I'm bringing in to this program, and I'm suggesting that you do the same, what I'm telling them is not only I'm asking them to commit the first 24 hours of their discretionary time to be available to do and to take instructions to get set up for their business that's going to make them $100,000 in 30 days. This is what I expect everyone that joins with me for the first 24 hours. The second thing that I expect is that for 30 days, you will commit to devote your full attention to this program and as best you can to nothing else. Now, when I say as best you can, I know that some of you have different businesses. I do myself. So you may have to, within the next 30 days from when you join, give your attention to those other businesses or activities or ministries or family or jobs, whatever you have to do. But what I'm saying is for the next 30 days, you will commit to whatever time you can to help the group, the community, all of us that are working together to make sure that you end up with $100,000 in 30 days. Now, what would that require in that 30 days? Number 1, to come to as many meetings as you can. Whether you have someone to bring, and you absolutely should bring, but if you don't, at least show up and be at the meetings, because a group of logs builds a brighter fire. And when people see all the activity and the excitement happening, and that's what we should also do, put on your happy face and your happiness face when you're involved in coming to the meetings and sharing. And after a few days, we're going to have people sharing testimonies where they're actually receiving money, where the 3 people are signing up within the first day. And then the 30 days, this is what I'm asking everyone to do. That every day for 30 days, you will call 2 people and you will make 2 statements. One is a statement and one is a question. So for 30 days, this is your commitment to our group, if you choose to do so, that you will devote your 30 days of your attention to this program, and you will make it a point to speak to 2 people, any 2 people. Doesn't matter if you know them, don't know them, if it's somebody you get on the internet, you meet in a room, anywhere, but you will ask 2 people you will ask two people this question after you make this statement. And the statement that you make, and again, this you could tailor to your own personality and how you want to say it. You know, Chris thinks I'm a little bit overexcited, excited in my communication, and I'm sorry about that if it offends anyone, but that's me, and I'm super, super, super excited about this program. So when I tell somebody, hey, John, listen, I just came across something. I know you heard this from me before, but I just came across something that is just so unique, so unbelievable, so fail safe, so risk free, the most dynamic, easy to do program I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely nobody could lose money, nobody could fail. It costs $4, your total involvement to participate, and the amount of money these people are talking about making. And then again, you plug in whatever numbers you want based on who you're talking to. You know, Chris likes 1,000 in 8 days, and also a couple thousand within a couple weeks. So that part I say, and these people are talking about every single person making $100,000 within three days, and they actually have a plan to make it happen. Now, does that sound like something you might want to take a look at and maybe be involved in? Talking $4 here, John. What do you think they're going to say? Now, if you say this to two people, you make that statement however you want to make it. You could tone it down however you want. Listen, John, I've come across something. I met some people that they come across something that is just absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, however you describe it yourself, and then you ask them, does that sound like something you might want to take a look at? And when they say yes, which I expect if you do it right, every single person is going to say yes. Who's not interested in looking at something where they could make 2,000 or 1,000 or 100,000, whatever number you use? Who's not going to want to look at that when you're talking about a $4 total outlay of cash? So I think that if everybody commits to those two things, the 24-hour and the 30 days, there is no possible way in the world that we can't make this money, because the chart shows in only 15 days, with nobody bringing in more than 3 people, what kind of money we're looking at, guys. Now, I'm not going to be talking $262,000, but you want to know something? That's what the chart shows in 15 days with no spillover. It's simple math, guys. This, to me, I put everything aside. I'm not promoting anything else. I'm not looking at anything else. I've committed myself to this 30-day commitment, and I'm going to be doing this program, and I'm going to make myself available to every one of you guys 24/7 for the next 30 days and probably beyond. So anyway, that's my take on this, guys. I think it's the most dynamic. I think this is a godsend for people that need it the most. And I'm just delighted that I found out about it, and I'm available to help you guys any way I can.
Okay, Joey, I appreciate that, and good job. And I would suggest that everybody who is watching this or listen to this, please contact the person that contacted you and get back with them and say, what do I need to do to get started? And so with that being said, I'd like to thank everybody for coming on the call, and God bless America. And this call is now officially over. Thank you.